Good morning, my friends. My name is Claire, and you've stumbled upon Porch Coffee. So please, stick around. Hi, friends. My name is Claire, and this is my channel, Woodshed Theory. Here, I make content about what it is like to live as an adult on the autism spectrum, and whatever else feels good to me. So if that sounds good to you, or if you're feeling particularly gracious today, and I hope that you are, please go ahead and click the subscribe button, ring the bell. I almost forgot to mention that I put out videos a few times a week, so click the like and the share. Help me get to 10K before the end of the year. And it's definitely gonna happen because we're almost at 9K, so how exciting is that, guys? Think about how big our community has grown. Good morning, how was your week? I'm wearing my Angora sweater, and it's always like a dream to wear. Yes, I made this. I'm wearing it backwards because I thought it might look cool with the boat neck on the front. Anyway, how are you? If you're new here, my name is Claire. I already said that twice. If you're new here, I'm an autistic lady, late diagnosed, who has coffee with you on Monday mornings. Why, you may ask? Well, when you're autistic, it's very hard, difficult to have friends. If you're autistic, you already know that. So, I come on here and I practice socializing and have coffee with you, tell you about my week and my life on the autism spectrum, and then you tell me about your week and your life on the autism spectrum in the comments, and there you have it, internet friends. I feel like I'm looking very, like greasy. Wow, there is some cat shenanigans going on, so sorry about the noise. I'm looking like a Slytherin, like Snape, kind of greasy hair this morning. So that's fun. Oh, mug club update. I think, okay, so I know it says the same thing as last week, and I looked and I, for the life of me, couldn't find any new mug club sales. Now, I thought I remembered one or two. So if you did get something and I'm forgetting it, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. We'll add it to the list next week. But right now we're still at 109. If you love Porch Coffee and you want to help support me, you go to woodshedtheory.com and get a Porch Coffee mug. Isn't that amazing? It's amazing. There's no pressure though. It's just a fun thing. And I never want people to feel pressured. Speaking of not wanting you to feel pressured, this Friday, Friday the 13th, we will officially be having our launch party for the October hats. Yes, you heard it right. Friday the 13th in the evening. I'm trying to decide what time because I obviously want it to be a good time for everybody, but there's no way. There's no way it's ever going to be a good time for everybody. I mean, everyone will have a good time, but as far as time zones go. So I'm on the Pacific Coast, so I was thinking maybe like 5:30. That way it's like 8:30 on the East Coast. Is that too late? Please tell me in the comments. Follow the community tab for more information throughout the week. Also, what color hat do you think we should give away? So at the drop party, we'll give away a hat, as always. And we'll talk about the new hats. I've been struggling a little bit this time around getting hats done. Everyone has been very, very supportive, and I am working on it. But I also have gotten, they call it a wild hair? No, they don't. Every time I say something weird, my mom calls me laughing at me, so. Anyway, I've kind of gotten the itch to be like sewing right now because we're going to the Renaissance Fair soon. I've kind of been pulled away from hat blinders. Maybe I'm pulling myself in too many different directions. But then I remember that it's supposed to be like my thing. It doesn't have to happen perfectly every time. It doesn't have to be a certain number of hats. It doesn't have to be ... at a certain time. It doesn't have to be perfect like that, okay? I don't have to live my life like that. I don't even have to have a drop every month, right? The hats are luxury, collectible. The hats are luxury collectibles, exclusive, limited, and that makes them even cooler. But I think you would like the Halloween hats. They're gonna have a black removable puffball, faux fur puffball on the top. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and take a sneak peek at my Etsy below. Anyway, enough business stuff. It's already 7 minutes in. As I mentioned, I've just been super into, or hyperfixated on doing crafts for my Ren Fair outfit. And I know that doesn't even matter. That's not the important stuff I should be focused on, but I'm loving it. It's making me happy. Pure dopamine. So the project I'm working on right now is a little bag to keep my things in so I can hang it off my belt. Now, what's interesting is I didn't think I was going to finish this bag because I decided to do some embroidery on it, and I really haven't done embroidery. I dipped my toes into cross stitch when I was younger, but I haven't really done any like embroidery projects, and I have that trait that a lot of neurodivergent people have where we're thinking like, how hard could it be? Just poke it and pull it through, right? Like, how hard could it be? So I started embroidering this little project, and eventually you guys will see it, but it wasn't going well. It wasn't going how I imagined it in my mind. It's going better now, and I wanted to talk about that. So I basically gave up, and I was like, well, this is a waste of embroidery thread that I purchased for this because this is above my level. And I did all this work, like planning out what I was going to do, and realized it was just too hard for me. So what I decided to do is I left it for a day or two in the state that it was in, which was like, I don't think this is going to work out. Decided to go back to it, and it's coming along better. Does it look like an embroidery master did it? No. So yeah, I'm sure a lot of people would look at it and be like, wow, looks great. But to me, I'm always like putting it up against like a nice thing, like a master of embroidery or whatever. And this just looks like a beginner did it. But I'm having a good time, and I'm super hyper focused on completing it. And I'm proud of myself because I was like, I really was gonna quit. And then I was thinking about how I won't get any better if I don't continue. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm like one of those people where if I don't get something right away, if I'm not like automatically good at something, then I assume that I suck at it. But that isn't how life works, really, is it? Life works like, you know, you get better at things over time. You don't have to naturally be good at everything. You could just like learn to do it better, have experience. I'm still learning this lesson, 35 years on. I've been feeling really good this week. I know last week I was talking about how I was feeling good, and I've been feeling good for the past few weeks. I do have like this little tinge in me where I'm like, I wish I was more productive. But I'm thinking that it's not that I feel like I'm not doing enough. I feel like I'm doing enough. I want to be careful how I say it because I don't want to sound ungrateful or anything, or, you know, I don't want to be perceived the wrong way. What's coming back to me isn't enough. So like I'm putting in the work, but I'm not necessarily reaping the reward. I don't want it to seem like I'm ungrateful or that that's it at all. What I'm trying to illustrate is I'm doing a lot of work for not super a lot of return, and it does make you feel a little bit like it's not enough, because if I did more, like more equals more coming back to me, but I'm doing as much as I can, and I think everyone's noticed that I've really upped my output and I'm having a good time, and I just need to continue to work on it in that way. And I know that it's going to work out. Maybe, and I hate to say this publicly, but you know, we're friends. Like, maybe YouTube can't be my full-time job. Maybe I'll have to get something else. But I'm scared of that because I did so well at my last job. I was making amazing money and stuff. However, I was not in a good place emotionally, mentally, physically. I was just not good. And my whole life has changed since my diagnosis. And now I'm just ready to be a healthy person, and I don't know what that looks like if I'm not working for myself. For the time being, I'm just going to continue to push and try and grow my business where I work for myself. This is very personal to talk about, guys. I hope that it's okay. I know I'm not the only person who does YouTube who feels this way, so I'm just trying to commiserate with you. Oh, that's something that we could talk about. I love having green hair. If you've been here for any length of time, you've probably seen me with my green hair for over a year now. Guys, I think this might be the week. It's so hard to say. I love it so much. But I think I might dye it this week. Surprise, Mom. A friend of mine who's a hairdresser has offered to help me take the rest of the green out and put a different color on top. A natural looking color. How am I feeling about it? I love having green hair. It makes me so happy. And who's to say I won't have it again in the future? But I've kind of been missing brown hair. It's been almost probably 3 years, 2.5 years since the great experiment going blonde. And it's been about almost 2 years since the great bleach failure of 2001. Then it would be 2 years, right? Anyway, I think I might be ready to go back to being a brunette-ish. Thoughts, comments, ideas? I don't really care that it'll be like a normal color because I don't really put a lot of stock into what other people think. But having green hair makes me feel really good. But I'm on this like big journey to like find the truest, most me version of myself. And I'm thinking that might mean going back to brown for a while. It's so hard when you've been masking your whole life to like figure out who you are, what you like, what you want to wear. And I've been thinking about it a lot. How do I want to present myself? How do I want to be perceived or not perceived by other people? What does that look like? And I don't always have the answer because I don't necessarily want to be masking all the time. Like, I don't want it to be like, choose your character, and then that's the character I am. I just want to be myself and it not to feel like that, but I'm not sure what that looks like. I have thoughts and ideas. So I think what I've decided is, or what I've been trying to think about is, when have I been the happiest? When have I felt the most me? And kind of go from there. Does anyone else have any tips, tricks, like how to establish style? How to establish personal style when you've been masking your whole life? Just fitting in? I don't know. Anyway, I think that's everything I had for today, guys. I know it was kind of a jumbled mess. I hope that you guys are doing better. Please tune in this week, Friday the 13th, for the hat drop. But also, and there's no purchase necessary to win the free hat. And you could be anywhere in the world. So no excuse not to show up and enter, right? So far, both people who have won have been in the UK. So we gotta give them a run for their money. So somebody else could win. It could be you. Anyway, guys, I love you so much. I'll probably have other content out this week. Let me know in the comments if there's a specific topic you'd like me to talk about. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.